1 month prior to the film's release, Jennifer Lopez filmed her unexpected Anaconda cameo. 28 years after the first Anaconda, Jennifer Lopez and Ice Cube make brief appearances. 28 years after starring in the first movie, Jennifer Lopez makes an unexpected appearance in the new Anaconda movie. In the original 1997 film, the 56-year-old actress co-starred with Ice Cube, Jon Voight, Eric Stoltz, Owen Wilson, and others. Director Tom Gormican informed The Hollywood Reporter that he filmed Lopez's last-minute cameo on November 17th, only weeks before the picture debuted in theaters on December 25th. Paul Rudd and Jack Black now join the franchise for an updated, humorous take on the series. We attempted to include it in primary photography, but we were unable to arrange schedules. He told the outlet, "We had always wanted a version of her to come in, and we talked about it and talked about it and talked about it. On November 17th, a month ago, I finally got to film her cameo. It was our final action. When I went to shoot it, I was wrapping up my final mix, and I dropped it into this mid-credit sequence that I had built to accommodate it," he remarked. "I never imagined it would come to pass, but it did, and we managed to put together. We had the notion a long time ago, but it happened very, very late in the game." The 56-year-old Ice Cube and Lopez both appear in the latest film. In a mid-credits scene, she poses as herself and asks Black's character Doug about directing a follow-up to the film they are trying to make in Anaconda. Gormican told Screen Rant that Lopez was worried about whether the filmmakers would just make fun of the 1997 version when she appeared in the new picture. "No, this is a love letter to the original Anaconda," Gormican remembered telling Lopez. After saying, "Then I'm entirely in," she entered. "Her presence is amazing. I believe that Jack and I both thought, 'Oh, God, it's amazing to have her here.' But once more, it's an endorsement. Black and Rudd, together with Steve Zahn and Thandai Newton, play amateur filmmakers who journey to the Amazon jungle to revive the original film in the film Anaconda. Additionally, the filmmaker told THR that Ice Cube's cameo was discussed in lots of different ways during the production. "We have an abandoned boatyard, so let's have him gather flare guns," I suggested. "He would have found them as a means of self-defense if he was stranded on a damaged movie set." Gormican continued, "He appears in silhouette, and I shot it much like a Western. He's just shooting, and we can't see who he is. Additionally, I believe that leaving the guns and trail behind him would be a very entertaining and cute approach to enter the narrative and save our protagonists." Although Jon Voight, whose character dies in the 1997 original, is mentioned in the film, Gormican chose not to ask Voight or Owen Wilson to return because their characters had not survived. Of all things, we were like, "Oh, that reality is a bridge too far, so we couldn't actually have them in there," he explained. The movie Anaconda is currently showing in theaters.